that. And if you want the playlist is Strong 60 because it's a nice playlist to have. And at the moment, we only listen to it on a Wednesday evening. So good to have it sprinkled in there in other places in the week as well. Um, don't worry if you haven't ever done the splits before. It's one thing that people always, I think, or I certainly feel like if we go towards a split practice, that um, we must have some ability in terms of the splits and what we can do. If your hamstrings are a place that for you have a lot of resistance and this is a place that you're working on with your flexibility physically, then just know that this is the kind of class that will get you to that place where you'll start to build new range of motion, muscle memory as well. And that's what, when we come to practice, that's essentially what we're doing. We're reprogramming our body to remember that we do have space here, but it just takes a bit of time to get there. And the next time we come to stretch the hamstrings, we might go, oh, a bit closer to our toes this time, or I can really feel that last class that I did. So this teamed with tomorrow night's yin. So today, hamstrings and hip love, tomorrow night, heart opening. So really beautiful weekend, like sandwich weekend of practice. If you're going to come to both, you're going to get kind of total body lushness. And if you're not, don't worry, because one or the other is great too. So yeah, so 2 blocks and a strap is what I've said for props. If you don't have those, or if you'd like other props to come in, please bring them in. As always, just enjoy your practice. Take what you want, leave what you don't. It's yours to play with. I'm going to suggest a multitude of things this morning, and some are going to be like, yeah, I can't wait. And some are going to be like, no way. No way, Jose. Okay, so you do what you need to do and take pause when you need to. Enjoy. Okay, we'll start our playlist together in 3, 2, 1, play. Wicked. Okay, so let's come to our mats. We're going to come to sit to start off with. We got our music on and we're ready to go. Come and sit on your mat. And I would, if you can, sit with your sit bones to the earth without something underneath you. Maybe start like that. I'm going to take the hands down to the knees, to the thighs, and just wiggle around a little bit. Get into that position that feels a bit more comfortable. And from this space, just start to take a little stirring of the pot movement. Close the mouth, let the breath move through the nose. And just start to move in one direction and back the other way. There's quite a lot to get in this morning, so we aren't gonna rush. If we get it in, we fit it all in. If we don't, then we don't. I want us to start with movement so we can move through a place in a way that feels good, that feels challenging, yet steady, and at the same time, hopefully achieve all of the postures that we want to explore with the splits. You can move forwards and backwards. Maybe you roll a little bit through seated cat and cow as you sit here. And just noticing the body. The feeling inside the body here. And slowly from this space, you might start to walk your hands forward, folding over your legs completely, let your body just fold. First thing in the morning, so I've actually sequenced it so when we open the body to begin with on colder muscles, that we do go quite deep into the hamstring and hip stretches just to the degree that we can. But intentionally, I've done that so that we get to experience the feeling of having not really warmed up and yet still coming to the postures, coming to the poses. Slowly from here, if you're forward folded, you're going to start to roll your spine all the way up. Scoop your hands under your thighs and extend your legs and bring them out in front of you. Flex the feet. You can use a strap for this one if you feel like you might want a little bit of extra help here in catching the feet. Otherwise, you could inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Flexing the feet as you exhale, come forwards. It's something I want to talk about. As we practice today, it's really going to be important that you focus on keeping an engagement through the legs. So full and real flexibility, in my opinion, also requires us to have a level of contraction and muscle engagement. Otherwise, we're just lengthening and lengthening and lengthening, never creating a safe structure which to stretch into. For example, when we're taking our hamstring stretch, the back of thighs, if our quadricep muscle isn't engaged at all, there's nothing stopping us from stretching past our range of motion. Yeah, and sometimes that can show up in like a twang or a strain or like that really intense feeling that actually doesn't make us feel that great, because there's nothing stopping us, because we can just pull and pull and pull, because the muscle will go pretty much. Yeah, the muscle will stretch. So it's our body's job to kind of keep things regulated and to create that mirror. So, or that comparison, sorry. So one side of the body contracted, the other side on stretch. And then we can change it up, of course. So just thinking about where you can engage the body through the practice so you can experience and enjoy the sense of deep stretch. Release the toes, roll up. Hook your right ankle on top of your left thigh, figure of four shape. Cool. Scoop one hand underneath the foot, the other hand on top of the thigh, inner thigh, and start to pull with the hand under the foot, press lightly with the hand on the thigh. So you create this external rotation, so you're intensifying the external rotation. Fold. Also using those anchorage points, you can pull on your leg and fold forward. Flex your right foot. Ankle should be fully engaged. If you look down and you can see creases on the inside of your ankle, that's because we're flexing way too much with the ankle. We're putting way too much flexibility into that joint. We want it to come from the pelvis, the hip. Roll forward, deep breath in. Keep going as you exhale. Stay for a couple more breaths. See if you can just achieve a little deeper release. Good. You can stay here if that feels good, or let's have a little go at progressing it. So bending the left knee, bottom knee. Scoot the left foot over to the right side of your mat. And then the knees, the shins are stacked, fire log or double pigeon, depending on how you like to call it. Okay, feet engaged, legs engaged. Lengthen the spine. The first thing you can do is root the sit bones, grow tall through the spine. You can even just rest your arms, your hands on this top leg, and the additional weight without any pressure or pushing will create more of a sensation. Can rock forwards and backwards, but keep the length and integrity in the spine. Length, space, structure. Nice. Feels nice, doesn't it? Your body's like, wait a second, we just woke up. Yeah, but good to work on the body in this way as well. Lean back, unhook the legs from each other. Left knee bends, left ankle on top of right thigh, create that figure of four shape. Rock and roll side to side, feel that little movement. And then again, you're going to scoop right hand underneath foot, left hand to thigh, two-way pressure. So pushing the thigh down with the hand and then pulling gently on the foot as you anchor yourself there, keeping the foot really engaged, both feet engaged, in fact. And you can start to move forwards and backwards. Stretch goes on like pressure, like it's like a volume. I like to call it a turner. Can't think of what it's called, you know, like turning it up, turning it down. Why can't I think of what that is? Dial, there you go. Intensity dial up, dial down. Turner. Crikey, I did go to school, I promise. Take another deep breath in. And another long exhale. We're going to lean back slowly and start to bend the bottom knee and create that figure of four shape, okay? Whew. It might be different now. Might be more intense because of this side. Maybe that you're holding more in that bottom leg or top hip. Or maybe it feels better and more spacious. When I say better, I mean more spacious, because You've already been here in this pose on the opposite side. Yeah, again, you can lean your arms. A little bit of extra weight. Cool. If you've got an intention for practice today, so it might be to do the splits. It might be just to remain really present. You might find that this is an area in your body that you really struggle with. Can you breathe through the discomfort, through the challenge? Can you stay? Yeah, then can your mind stay in your body? Yeah, when things get challenging and we often face sensation that brings up a little bit of discomfort, it's very easy. It's a escape hatch for the brain to like jump out of and mind to drift off somewhere else to think about something different. But this is where we become really disconnected. And if we can stay in the challenge and just stay with regulating our body and mind, this is where our practice really blossoms and really blooms. And not just on the mat, but actually that's something we can take off the mat as well. Discomfort in life, where we'd usually try and exit, can try and stay and regulate ourselves, learning how to breathe, settle, and soothe. Slowly come back, unhook legs, take them out in front of you. Keep the hands under the thighs, take them wide. Stay with your intention. One more pose before we start to flow. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slide your right hand down towards your right ankle or thigh or foot and reach your left arm up and over. Yeah, you could maybe even catch your left wrist with your right hand and pull it down a little bit. You could put the hand behind the back of the head if that feels better. Breathe in deep. Releasing, coming through the center, go the other way. Hand to shin, hand to thigh, slide down. And again, finding your connection, finding your space, breathing into the side body. Yeah, this is going to be a really important place to have open for your practice. Okay, it's not just about the hamstrings. Remember, everything in our body is connected. Releasing the hands, coming all the way up, moving your strap to the top of the mat, blocks to the top of the mat, coming up and over, downward facing dog. Press the heart back, a little bit of pedal through the heels. Feel that space in the Achilles and the calf muscle. Start to engage just a bit more, a little bit more awareness here. Okay, push into the hands, activate through the shoulders. Keep pushing. We're going to need strength in the upper body, but we're not going to fatigue our shoulders today, okay? So we're going to be using our raw, fresh strength with no fatigue. Right leg to the sky, deep breath in. As you exhale, step your right foot between the thumbs, draw it forward. Remember, grab the heel, yank it forwards if it doesn't quite land. Left knee down, toes are tucked or untucked, low lunge. Reach the hands up. Actually, come forwards, bring the blocks either side of your body, of your right foot, right leg, before you come into your low lunge. Take a deep breath in and let's play around with this a little bit. First of all, Hannah, open that window a bit more, get some more air in. Okay, so maybe we lace the fingers together. First fingers touch and push up and back, and we're dropping the hips down to the floor. Yeah, and we're just figuring out where we need to move the body to get the best stretch for us, for our pelvis, for our hips. Deep breath in. As you exhale, then we'll release the hands down to the blocks and we'll find a half split. But first, I want you to wriggle the right foot a little bit forwards to then sit back. Give yourself more room. Okay, so by wriggling that right foot forward, have as much of a chance of sitting the bum too far back to the heel. Press your right heel down, toes flex up. Deepen the breath. You might turn the blocks lower. They don't have to stay up really high. Breathe deep. Okay, making this a bit more dynamic because it's great to hold static stretching, but we really want to think about how we can bring a bit of movement and more blood flow in. So you can keep your hands to the blocks as you rock your hips forwards and down, and then as you pull your toes forwards and up. And then you might start to bow your head to the shin, lift your chest forwards, collarbone broadens, shoulders away from ears, and you can just keep moving in and out of the stretch, okay? Notice, where do you need a bit more pressure? So for me, if I turn my toes in half split slightly out, yeah, that feeling there, that's the part of my hamstring, the back of my leg, that doesn't get as much stretch, yeah, because we can do this all day long. We're just hitting the same part of tendon, same part of muscle. If we turn the foot either in or out, something different happens. What else can we do? Can we gently sway the body to one side or the other in our lunge? Yeah, experiencing that feeling Deep release through pelvis, through hips, through hamstrings. Yeah, press the heel down and in, feel the stretch, feel the space in the back of the leg. One more breath, either way, whether that's forwards, whether that's back. And then slowly from here, placing the blocks either side of you, either side of the mat, left hand to the floor, tuck your back toes, lift your right hand to the sky, twist and open. Yeah, feeling that openness here. You can stay as you are if that feels good, or lower the back knee back down. You're going to step your right foot to the back of the mat, finding your side plank, squeeze your bum, push your hips forwards and up. Yeah, if you step your right foot back and the left knee comes down and you want to add a little something, then you can lift your left knee and hover it off the floor, even if it's just a centimeter. Yeah, so reach the right hand higher, deep breath in. However you're coming back to this here, we're going to slowly step the right foot underneath the body. So we're going to step the left foot back, right hand down, and then the right knee comes towards the chest, like a fallen star, over to the left-hand side with the right leg. So you've switched it. So you kind of come to back. We're going to take that movement a couple of times, okay? So left hand comes down. If your knee comes down, you can spin it first to unhook the leg, and then spin around to find plank. We're working into the core strength and the stability of the shoulders as well. We need this for one of our poses, okay? So this is a quick fire way. So you can keep the left knee down at all times if you want to, yeah? It makes things a little bit tricky maybe for fallen star, maybe not. Yeah, so this is knees down variation. If your knee's up, you're literally swooping that foot to side plank and then under, and the hands are just playing a shift places act, yeah? Okay, I want you to land in your fallen star. So right foot kicks through, and then as you get there, sit the bum down so you're in wide leg. Frame your left leg. This is the one that's pointing towards the back of the mat right now. And as you do, point your toes. Lean back and elevate your left foot and hold. Okay, so we're activating thigh. We need that to be active. Lower your left heel. Turn, hands frame your right thigh, fingertips down. Lean back slightly, point your right toes, elevate. Breathe. Lower the right leg. Face the wide leg position, so the position to forward fold. Take a breath in, lengthen the arms. As you exhale, reach forwards, reach forwards. As you go forwards, hands towards the floor. Grip the ground with your fingertips. Pull your body forwards. Breathe deep. Yeah, maybe you sway the torso from left to right. So you're coming away from your hips and sacrum and into the hamstrings, into the inner line of the thighs. Lengthen crown of head forwards. Inhale, walk the hands all the way up. Take your right hand to the top of the mat. Left hand to the sky. Push your hips back up for fallen star. And as you do, left hand comes down. Spin it out to three-legged dog. So your right leg comes back up. You might need to take a few little steps to get there. Okay, so three-leg dog. As you exhale, right knee, right tricep. Squeeze it in. As you inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to tricep. Squeeze it in. Bring the chest forward. Okay, bring it up, right leg to sky, inhale. Exhale, knee to tricep, squeeze it in, and then step your right foot wide, turn your toes out, heel in, lower your back knee. Reach your right hand up and over back behind you. Either tap your heel or catch your foot. Yeah, you can stay with that there, or you can move like we did yesterday in the twisting class, down and back up. Okay, if you want to keep it a little bit more dynamic. If you catch the foot though, here's what we're going to do. Kick the foot back into the hand, pull the hand against the foot slightly. So action and energy going in two directions. Deep breath in. Long breath out. One more breath here, whatever you're doing, whether you're moving, whether you're staying in a hold, both are active. Release the back foot, curl the left toes under. Walk the hands down and turn the right toes straight ahead. Here's your option. Blocks underneath your hands. This is going to be helpful as you pick up the back knee and start to straighten the front knee as well. Fold here. Okay, option. Pull the right hip back, stay as you are. You can peel the right toes off the floor, okay? Don't worry about the left heel dropping all the way to the ground. It may do, it may not. Deepen the breath as you try and deepen the sensation as well. Breathe into the space that you're creating. Keep thinking about where the sensation is, where the stretch is. And then I want you to send the breath there, your attention there. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, drop into high lizard lunge again. So hips come down, right knee points out, hips are, knee is off the floor still. And then push back, exhale. Pyramid. Okay, use the blocks to support you as extensions of the arms so that the ground's a bit closer. You don't have to round the shoulders as much, but you can focus on pushing, on pressing. We're going to need press strength. I'm going to keep saying it. Yeah, we're going to need our press strength. Deepen the breath. Nice, dropping and folding. Cool. This time, as you bend the knee, I want you to turn your right toes in, heel in, bend the knee so you're in more of a lunge position, flip your back heel in and down, reverse your warrior. Coming up, back and away, and then turn your reverse warrior into reverse trikonasana, squeeze in the thighs. Okay, so feeling the space in the right side body. Open up as you breathe. And then rebend the right knee, come forward, side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm up and over, and start to sweep this left arm in circles back behind you. Yeah, we love this. Opening up the shoulder, creating heat, warmth, and acknowledgement that this part of the body is opening. Nice, find a bind here if that feels good. Half bind, full bind, wrap your left arm behind you as if you're searching for the top of your right thigh. Push your right forearm down, breathe. And then release the hands. Frame your right foot, keep your left hand grounded. Spin onto the outside edge of your left foot. As you do, grab your peace fingers around your right big toe, or get your strap, loop it around your foot. Yeah, we're taking the foot all the way back and up into the sky for our side plank. Option toe grip, option strap. Yeah, bottom knee can come off the floor or be down depending on what feels good for you. So find your balance, good. Kick the foot high, yes. Left hand down, right foot engaged and flex, nice. Big challenge, right? Splits in the plank. Who'd have thunk it? We're gonna step the right foot all the way back to the top. So if you've got the toe grip or if you've got the strap grip, all the way to the top, standing splits. Shift into the right leg, left leg floats. Take your drishti, your gaze point down to something on the floor that isn't gonna move. Keep it guided there, or glued there. And then right and left hand to right ankle. Hold. Breathe. Keep your strap nearby as you step your left foot next to your right. Right peace fingers around right big toe or strap around right foot. Rise all the way up. Take your leg forward. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, extended hand to foot pose. Deep breath, shoulders back. Set the foot down, slow and steady. Heels in, toes out. Hands to the earth, bend the knees. Push your knees up into your armpits. As you start to shift the weight forwards, take flight, feet off the floor, one or both feet. Option, use a block in front of you to rest the forehead to tap the forehead to. This creates a bit more connection point, creates a bit more feeling of stability, yeah? Nice, we're taking our first flight here. Not our last one though. Getting used to arm balance here. Yeah, if you don't want to arm balance today, that's cool. There's going to be options. Yeah, let the feet come down, step back, down dog. Left leg to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, sweep it all the way through. Lower the right knee, low lunge. Get the blocks in place if they're not already. Reach the hands up, maybe lace the fingers together. Move into the lunge. Move into the pelvis. Lift the chin. Nice. Okay, as you find this space, right hip flexor on stretch. Bring the hands to the earth, shift the left foot forwards a little bit, sit back, half Hanuman. Press the left heel down, pull the toes up. Breathe. Pull the toes down, pull the toes up, sorry, heel down. Don't pull the toes down. Deepen the breath here. And then let's move into it. Inhale, shift the weight forwards and down. Collarbone broadens. Exhale, we fold back. Inhale, heart lifts, hips down. Exhale, we fold back. And just keep moving this way. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press the hands, lift the chest. Exhale. Let's keep going, finding your space and place here. Remember to turn the left foot out and in, just to catch that space of the hamstring that you might miss otherwise. Yeah, when we move in yoga as well, it can be quite a linear sense of practice because, you know, the postures are the postures. That's why we have to add, as teachers and as students, these little extra things in that suit our body to make it more unique to us, but also to just experiment, just slightly going outside the lines, changes sometimes entirely what the pose is like, as all of us have experienced, either by a hands-on adjustment or a little verbal adjustment that's suddenly changed the way the pose is and how accessible it is. The next time you bend the knee, move the blocks out the way, right hand down. I'm going to do the knees down version for anyone that wants it. So my right knee staying down, I'm pivoting my right foot over to the right. I'm stepping my left foot back. Remember, the option is to lift the right knee off the floor in any way. Side plank, okay? So you're here. You can also lift your left foot off the floor if you want a little more, but you're not ready to lift the right knee off, okay? Okay, we're going to go for fallen star. So this means turning, twizzling. Right knee can stay down. We have to be able to hook the left foot through though. Remember, the right knee can just lift off the floor at any time you want it to. Turn it back around. Might not be as easy, okay, with the knee down. We're just turning, fallen star to side plank, shifting. You know why now? We've got crow. If we're going to fly our splits, we really need to have that awareness and connection to our core and shoulders. The next time you find your fallen star, kick the foot through, wide legs, frame the back leg, the right foot, point the toes, lean back, lift higher, lift higher. Lift the right foot as high as you can. Let the toes touch the ceiling above you. Inhale, even higher. Exhale, set the foot down. Turn, frame the left leg, point the toes, lean back, elevate left foot, push into the fingertips, lean back. Lift the left foot higher, even higher. One more for luck. Lower down, deep breath in, lengthen arms above head. This time, aim to catch your big fingers. Normal size fingers, big toes. Yeah, these fingers. Take a grip, inhale, exhale, bend your elbows, fold. Breathe. And anchor yourself to your feet or your legs so that you can bend your elbows and use the strength of your upper body to deepen sensation. Pull, 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 pull. Okay, nice everyone. Release the arms. Take your left hand to the top of the mat. We're going to come back into fallen star. Lift your hips up to the sky. Slow and steady, we're going to slide the left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Left foot to the sky, deep breath here. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, squeeze it in. I'm going to take a little shuffle away from the window for this one. Okay, keep going, knee to elbow 3 times, okay? So we inhale to rise, we exhale to kiss, knee to elbow or tricep. We inhale, and on the third one, we kiss the tricep and then we set the left foot down, rolling the chest to the left, opening up. Maybe we catch the back foot in the hand. We don't have to, we might do. At the chest, spiral to the left. Big spaciousness here, or remember, elbow down, twist open. Okay, so you can create a bit more like this movement. Yeah, so the knee still bends. We don't quite catch the foot, maybe. Foot kicks back, hand pulls in. Inhale, release the back foot, coming down with the hands. Turn the left toes forward. Blocks under hands for those of us that want to use them. Curl the back toes under. Lift the knee, straighten the left leg. Option, peel the left toes off the floor. You decide what feels good. Folding. Pull the right hip forwards and down. Left bum cheek up and back. Feel the length through front, back, and sides of your leg. Push the whole of the left sole to the floor. The whole of the sole. Take another deep breath in. We're going to start moving into our lizard lunge. So as we inhale, we'll start to drop the hips down, left thigh rolls out. Even if the knee shoots way past the ankle, let it happen. Overextend. Exhale, push back, fold, lengthen. Yeah, find this movement. And remember to move the foot, to move the body so that you actually experience a different sensation, not just the same one that the body's always used to. Put more weight on the inner arch or the outer edge of your left foot. Change it. Yeah, keep the foot flat or peel it off the floor. What feels good? The next time that you bend your left knee, I want you to turn your left toes in and then match your heel behind it. So heel, ball, toe, foot to center. Rebend so that you're in that lunge position or runner's lunge position. And then turn your back heel in and down. Windmill up, reverse warrior. Left hand to the sky. Right hand slides down the back leg. Straighten your left leg for a moment. Reverse Trikonasana. And then hinge from the hips, left hand forward. Land it onto your calf, your shin, right hand to the sky. Deep breath in here. And then bend your left knee. We're going to find our side angle. Sweep the right arm up and round, back behind you. Up and round, back behind you. Keep this side angle active for a moment. Warmth in the shoulders, awareness in the shoulders. And then wrap the right arm behind you, finding half or full bind. You decide what feels really good to your body here. What feels really accessible. Squeeze the bum, engage pelvis so that your hips are more central on the mat. And then from here, releasing the hands wherever they are, revolved lunge. So take the hands down, right hand rooted, left hand to the sky, toe grip, side plank. You decide how you get there. Either left piece, fingers around left big toe, pick it up, roll to outer edge of right foot, kick it high. Woo. Maybe take a little graceful tumble out of it, maybe not. Depends on how your balance is feeling this morning. And then step the left foot forwards to the top of the mat, standing splits. Spin your hips down, right leg to sky. Drishti and gaze point for your balance. Super important here. Find it, hold it. Left and right hand to ankle. Fold and breathe. And slowly as you inhale, lift up halfway. Step your right foot next to your left. Crow pose. No, don't listen to me. Hook your peace fingers around your left big toe. Right hand to hip. Not crow yet. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Extended hand to foot pose. Elevate the left foot forward. Wow, balance on this leg. Notice. And then slowly you're going to return it. Couple of breaths up there. Bakasana. Crow pose, toes out, heels in, hands down. Push your knees into your upper arms. Do not worry if you don't get this today. This is not a drill skills workshop, okay? It's just an opportunity, if you have it in your practice, to have a go. And if you don't, to still have a go at leaning the weight forwards, heels to bum. Those of you that catch air time, heels and bum want to make as close contact as they can. Okay, come and sit into your Malasana, squat pose. Take a breather. Cool. So, standing splits. We've done some half splits. We've done some plank splits. Yeah, we're going to fly our splits. We've still got to float our splits. We've still got to do the actual splits. Although, funny story, I didn't actually sequence full Hanumanasana into this pose. I was so excited to do everything else into this sequence. I was just reading my sequence. I was like, it's not even in there, crikey. Everything else is not that, but we can throw it in. We're going to throw it in because by the end of this practice, particularly, hopefully we're going to feel super open. Plus the splits helps us to get to different poses. So it definitely is going to help us to float our splits. And I'll explain a bit more on that in a little while. Okay. So first of all, from here, just taking a moment to push the knees out, elbows to inside of knees and thighs, just pausing. Remember, you can keep coming back to this pose or child's pose or just sit and watch. The thing about yoga and practice is that I think we really underestimate how much of practice is actually watching and learning, and how we all learn is different. So even in a physical sense, it's like, well, I guess all athletes will tell us, should we ever speak to them, that they don't just actually physically go out and do the thing. They also watch, learn, read, and understand the postures from all different senses or all different bodies. The sport has so many different expressions and ways to express itself, and things you can do to alter and enhance your practice and your performance, right? So if we're always just feeling it in our own bodies, so from a teaching perspective, there's no point in me only teaching you what I can do, because that's only what I can do. And so much of what I do in my own practice is so self-adapted. Same for each of you. It would be a totally different practice if we all just learn and taught through our scope of what we know it to be. And so come and sit and watch if you want to, and you can just watch some of it and learn and see and go, okay, so that person's body's doing that, or okay, so Hannah does it that way. Cool. Okay, so readapt. Blocks are needed, but they can go to one side. Hands down, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. We're going to come into flying splits here. Okay, so we're coming into flying splits here. First of all, we're going to just take the movement. So we're going to lift the right leg to the sky. As you exhale, knee comes up towards your armpit, but on the outside of your upper arm. Now, all I want you to do as you move like this is practice trying to put your weight in your right knee and push it into your upper arm. Yeah? So you can try and keep doing that. It's around the outside of your right arm. Go as far forwards as you can. Yeah? Do that a few times, just on your right side. When you feel like you've done at least 3 to 5, come back to kneeling. This is the opener of the next part of the sequence. So I really want us to, from here, we'll move into other postures. Yeah, so it is a sequence. Cool. Same thing, you might shorten the distance of your down dog. If you want to watch it first and then repeat, awesome. If you want to watch it and not repeat, do what we just did. And then we're going to come into revolved Trikonasana afterwards, okay? That's the aim, she says. It's a fun idea, isn't it? It's a fun aim. Okay, so I'm shortening my down dog. I'm going to lift my right leg to the sky. This time as my right knee comes to the outside of my tricep, the idea is I'm going to use that arm as a ledge. And my left arm is going to be another ledge that's going to hold my belly and my hips up so that I can float, fly, and split my legs. Okay? Flying splits. Kundinyasana. If you don't want to do that, do knee to tricep a couple of times. You do not have to create the space for this right now. Again, it's a drills and skills thing. This will be in Ashtanga workshop, yeah, coming up. So if you want to learn drills and skills, that's coming to Bedford, October. When you're ready to, you're going to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. You might get there from your Kundinyasana, push the floor away, lift the back knee, step the left foot in. Revolve Trikonasana requires block under left hand, reach right hand to the sky, open up. Breathe. Yeah, space. Smile. You can move the wrists here as well because, you know, you just put some weight on them. Yeah, just loaded those hands up. Nice. Turn your left heel in and down. Reverse your warrior again. Come up, back, and around. Away from the top edge of your mat. Straight into half moon. Catch that block as you move forwards. Use it underneath the right hand. Left leg to the sky. My right foot is super unsteady today. My right side is anyway. Roll left hip on top of right and left hand to the sky. Open up the chest, the shoulders, push down. Breathe. Now from here, slowly bend your right knee. Skandasana at the back of your mat. So step your left foot back, land in your Skandasana, sit your hips down, bend your left knee, extend your right leg, move through to the right side, same thing. Move to the back, and then flying splits again, or you're going to hover hold. So walk your hands to the inside of your right knee. You might be able to bring your right leg onto the arm, find a flying split, or you might come here, hovering right foot off the floor. Deep breath. Wherever you get to, you're going to tuck that right foot back in. Find pigeon, right shin down, left leg extends, rock the hips. Doesn't matter which option you chose. You're doing what feels good for you. Doesn't matter if you're not quite here yet. Take your time. Lengthen front and back body. Slowly shift the weight over to your right sit bone. Spin your left leg forwards. So you're in Sukhasana, left foot in front of right. But then you're going to pick up this right leg. Scoop your left heel in super close. As you pick up this right leg, pick it up nice and high. Yeah, like you're kind of gathering up a bit of an awkward object. I mean, it is a bit of an awkward object to have to carry, isn't it? I guess our leg, not a usual order of events for a Saturday. So we're just going to take a little rock forwards and backwards just like this. Some of you will know where we're going. We're going to head towards sundial pose, okay? So, or compass, excuse me. Rocking forwards and backwards, I'm going to take my left hand over the top of my right foot. And then I'm going to use that leg as if I'm putting a backpack strap over my right shoulder. Now this is straight away a lot for my back on a stretch this morning. Yeah, so I'm going to probably stay roughly here for most of this. If you want to go a little further, you could here, she says, would have been useful to grab this before, I know. Use your strap to extend your arm as you kick the foot over to the side, right hand down. This might feel a bit more relieving, especially those of us with the back stuff happening, okay? So use the strap, extend the leg. You still get the feeling, you just don't get the intensity or any kind of pain. You still get to extend the leg as much as you want. And hey, if you've got a strap, the strap is as long as, well, what's it, like a meter, even in half? So you've got so much space to actually use it with your leg to create space. I don't know what I was trying to say there. To pretend maybe that it's the length of your arm. Okay, release the leg down. I want you to cross your right ankle in front of your left and just fold forwards, just like we did at the beginning. Let go of the strap, let go of the tension in the hamstrings. Same thing. We go around on the other side, okay, guys? It's not a super long part of the sequence, this one, but there is quite a lot of intensity in a short space of time. Unravel the spine. You can either roll over your feet or sweep them to one side, depending on what feels good. Step the feet back into downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Inhale, left leg high. Do that at least 3 times. You can sit back to pause for a moment, because if you're finding that the knee isn't quite reaching the tricep, you're going to need to shorten the distance between the hands and the feet. Then, when you're ready to, you're going to take left leg to the sky on an inhale. On an exhale, option for Kundalini flying splits. Okay, so you're going to aim to get that knee to the outside of your left tricep. My right elbow comes in underneath my body. I roll off my back toes, shift the weight into my hands, and maybe you split the legs. Nice. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand for revolved Trikonasana. At this point, I know the body starts to get tired, okay? So just be slow, be mindful. When we get tired, when we can start to relax a bit. So just remember, we still need activation here. Not over, not quite yet. Deep breath in, maybe left hands to the sky. Bend your left knee, reverse your warrior as you turn your right heel in. Just a transitionary shape so that you can come into your half moon. Left hand down. Right hand to the sky. Spin the chest open. Push down. Deep breath. Skandasana, back of mat. Right heel in, drop low. Single leg squat, slow it down, guys. Slow it down, there's no need to rush. To the left, stay low with the hips. To the right, remember the next time you come forwards, either Kundinayasana again, flying splits, or knee to tricep hold, okay? Come to the front, hands down. Knee to tricep, hover right foot. Or Kundinayasana, you choose. Remember, you're then gonna lay your shin down, extend your back leg, come into pigeon. Breathe. Nice. Roll to the left sit bone. Sweep your right foot around and then switch. Right heel in, left heel over the top. Pick up the left leg, awkward object time. Rock and roll. Breathe. And then taking the right hand over the top of the left foot, using that leg as a backpack strap. Hook it on top of the left arm. Breathe as you move. Left hand comes down. Maybe you extend your left leg over and out. Use a strap if that feels good. Yeah? No pretending. Take a deep breath in. Well done. Nice, everyone. Long exhale. Let the leg come down and set it in front of the right ankle and fold forward. Breathe. Okay. Actual splits and floating splits. Floating splits is going to be splits in pincher, handstand, or headstand, okay? We're going to stick with normal Hanumanasana for it. So not wide leg, split leg entrance, and then figuring out when we're up there, staying in the splits. You can also do this in shoulder stand, okay? Requires lots of integrity and strength in the core. Unravel the spine. So if you're not practicing headstand, pincher, or handstand, you can still do this in shoulder stand. And you could still practice legs up in the air actually with splits, or legs up the wall, wide legs, yeah, go the other way. We haven't really focused on box splits so much though, but first, let's have a play with Hanumanasana. Come onto your hands and knees. Yeah, this is the apex, I guess, even though there's probably been about 10 different apex poses in this practice. Hands to the blocks, step your right foot forwards, okay? Now, traditionally, splits is forward back, yeah? How we get taught it in dance, gymnastics, and yoga as a traditional sense, but there are so many ways to optimize your ability to optimize your chances of coming into split and also to enjoy it. For example, you can put your right foot out to the right a bit more. You can come into more of a lizard split, or as E.T. aptly named it, splatted lizard, because you can lay down on the floor from that place. If you're coming into traditional Hanuman, here's my hot tips for coming into it is to move your back leg back first. Move your left knee back. Keep moving your back knee back, and then you'll slide forwards and down. And then your blocks can help assist you here. Okay, so you come as far into this as feels good. Doesn't have to be a full expression of the splits. You know, if you want to give it like 60%, that's cool. Your hamstrings have moved a lot today. Top of the back foot is down, right foot is flexed and engaged. Push into the top of the back foot. Slide out when you're ready. It can be a brief encounter or a lovely, long lasting love affair. Whatever you want to do with the splits this morning, okay? If you think you're probably not going to want to come upside down, then you could spend a bit longer here experimenting and playing with your variations. Come back to hands and knees. What I hope is that all of you get a good experience of the splits because we've had time to open, but also we've moved in a way that doesn't feel too rushed, hopefully, apart from maybe in that last bit when we were very tired, feeling like we were ready to kind of come to Shavasana. But left foot steps forwards, wriggle the left foot forwards loads, and then we can tuck the back toes, shuffle the knee back, keep the blocks walking with you. This will enable us to find our place in the pose. Breathe. Push down. Slowly from here, coming up and out of the pose, however feels good. Okay. Your choice of inversion. Yeah, we just about have time. Floating split. So headstand, handstand, pincher. Yeah, think about if you're coming up, if you're coming into handstand, for example, split leg entrance. And then we're just trying to find the way we can find some variation of split in handstand, whatever that is. Leg stays split, leg stays straight and active. Yeah, however that wants to look. If it's headstand, same. I'm going to come into headstand. I prefer these ones, I think, coming from the floor a bit more. Because the splits start here and they can stay there. Active feet. Your pelvis will be the tilting factor here as you move. It will feel different. We don't usually practice leg variations in inversions loads in class. Might feel a little bit more of a challenge. Hopefully a fun one. Nice. Yes. Bit of splits in the air. Nice. Really nice. Activate the legs. Nice. Yeah, lovely, everyone. Really cool. Even in shoulder stand, you can play. Great to see, guys. Really nice. Yes. Yes. Brilliant. Love this. Carrying the theme all the way through. And try switching the legs in the air as well. Those of you that are upside down, feeling steady. Switch the splits. When you're ready, because you might be like, you know what, I'm done. Yeah, we've done a really good full practice there. You can come to Shavasana. Nicola's like, yes, finally. She said the S word. Take your time, relax, arms and legs out wide. Well done. Yes, lovely. Nice, Alice. Good. You can still be playing. There's no rush. Like I said, your time, your practice. And just that reminder again to drop in that you've now created space and remembered space in your body. Each time you come to a practice, that doesn't disappear. The more we come back, the more often we remember, this stays, just like anything. Whether that's once a week, whether that's once a month, whether it's every day, whatever you choose, however you choose to weave this practice into your life with whatever level of regularity that you can commit to, devote to, you are creating this feeling of spaciousness over and over again. And every time you connect to that feeling, allowing yourself to experience more expansion. Take a deeper breath in out through the nose here. Or maybe let the exhale out through the mouth. Start to move the hands, the feet, fingers, the toes. And stretching the arms, the legs, reaching, extending. And hug knees to chest. Rock and roll. Move on to one side and very gently come up to seated. Hands together in breath. Let the thumbs come to third eye. We'll seal our practice together this morning, as we always do, with a bow of love, of honor, of respect, remembering that we are all connected. We are one. Namaste. And thank you so much for joining me this morning. Happy Saturday, yogis. Well done. What a ride. I hope you feel good. And yeah, next Saturday, as long as the weather is good, I'm actually coming to Bedford.